Hello and welcome to Union of Scum, the podcast that delves deep into the weirder aspects of UK culture. My name's Darren J. Coles and I'm joined by Paul Hilleard and Charlie Webster.
Hello.
What are we talking about this week, gentlemen?
I'm going to be talking about King Colis.
I'm going to be talking about Morris dancing.
And I'm going to be talking about Michelle Mone, the pandemic profiteer and corrupt Tory MP. Charles, hit me with your research stick. It's nice to be a lunatic. Hit me.
I'm going to talk about Morris dancers. And yeah, that's what I'm going to be talking about. So yeah.
Excellent. Would you want to start now?
I've done. So what I'm going to be doing, Darren, is
So hang on, let me just get this straight in my mind. Morris dancing, but how will you convey that? Will it be through talking or will it be through singing?
I'm just going to. I'll do a little bit brief history. And
Okay, great.
This is why I don't like going on first. It's just too much pressure. There's too much pressure on me.
No one's listening.
And,
yeah, you're all right, Charles. You can dial that one down for the dozen or so people at home who are really engaged with what you're saying right now.
What I normally like to do is like to leave the talent till last, but it's not sometimes the talent's
not a shred, not a flicker of irony when he says that. Even when he's typing it in the group chat, he capitalizes the and talent. It's quite embarrassing.
I'm just going to get a tattoo on the back of his shoulders.
Yeah,
the talent.
Yeah,
TT, one on each bicep.
Yeah, so Morris dance. If anyone doesn't know about Morris dance, it's a traditional English folk dance involving rhythmic stepping and hand movements, and they use props like sticks, handkerchiefs, swords. It's normally performed by groups called sides. Too often live music. They have to have accordions, fiddles, pipes, tabbers, which I don't know. Drums,
so it's a little drum, yeah.
So the origins are it came from it's likely to come from the Moorish, a Moorish dance, and it was first recorded in England in the 15th century.
Okay.
So normally it was sort of seasonal events, like May Day, harvest festivals, but over the years it's kind of moved on to just generally when they want to meet up and fucking dance. So yeah,
it's very sort of village fêty, isn't it?
It is, and there's different types of Morris dancers.
Okay.
So there's the Cotswold Morris, which normally wear like white outfits, bells, hankies, sticks, and they're more recognisable than the average person.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the Border Morris, which are louder, wilder, often with face paints or disguises.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's Northwest Morris, they're often wearing clogs, showing the industrial roots of of England. Molly dancing from East Anglia, traditionally done in winter and do cross-dressing and disguises. And then we've got a long sword, and so they're sword-based variations, and normally in the north of England.
There's wellness Morris dancing, which is for your mental health. Paprika Morris dancing, which is just a little bit spicier.
So yeah, they have bells. They often have shin bells. Used sort of for rhythmic reasons. And
that sounds like an alibi, doesn't it? If you've got like someone's wearing shin percussion, like something deep.
Well, they've done a crime.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I wouldn't trust anyone who needs to.
It sounds like they've already done a crime, and that's their punishment now. So we've got to make sure we know where he is at all times. Put the shin percussion on him, it's like padlock to him because he can't be trusted around.
Give him a pair of elbow flutes so we can hear him whistling from alleyway to alleyway.
It's not a bad idea to keep the sort of the pedo population in order. Like if you give them sort of shin,
bell them up,
because then you know exactly where they are, and if you hear one, then you know what's going to happen.
So you're saying don't lock them up, bell them up,
yeah. I mean, it will annoy them, but they've done wrong. So
the child catcher is just
what's that cracking sound? There's a paedophile near. Come on, children, into the lean-to.
Because at the moment they just live in shitty bedsits in like shit towns. Or actually, no, they actually live in everywhere, don't they?
Are we talking about Morris dancers now or paedophiles?
A bit of both, I suppose. No, paedophiles, they just can live anywhere, really. And, live in
But it feels
bedsits.
like, I mean, I'm just desperately trying to drag it back away from paedophilia.
Okay.
But I think with Morris dancing, yeah, you're either like,
There's big links.
There's a significant, on the Sven Bell, there's a certain overlap for sure. But no, I would say, yeah, Morris dancing, you're either a 60-year-old retired librarian, or maybe now you might be a young kind of someone studying social anthropology, and you might be getting into it. Because now I think there's a bit of a resurgence, a Morrisurgence, dare I say.
Is it British or is it specifically
very
English?
British.
Is it a Welsh, Scottish thing? It doesn't feel.
We have something that's Morris adjacent for sure, but I think like the Mary Lloyd, it's very similar. It involves like a horse skeleton covered in bells and ribbons that it goes from pub to pub.
We should do that on another episode.
Yeah, we should do that. Yeah, definitely. But that's kind of Morris adjacent. I think Morris dance is very Southern English. That's what I associate it with, like Cornish.
You said it was from the Moors. What the fuck's the Moors?
Don't ask me any more questions about that. I don't know.
He's just bullet. He's ChatGPT'd it. Like that's. He doesn't know any more than that. No, I don't know what more. Yeah, I mean,
the Moors like not part of the UK. The Moors like Italy. Is that where it's come from?
Yeah, they are. That's where it's come from. So it's come from Italy. The Moors in Italy.
I thought it was the Moors. I'm sure it's like. Doesn't Shakespeare have a play about the Moors? The Moor events.
Are you confusing the Moors for the Moors murders? Is that what you're doing? Is that what you've done?
Maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
There are Moors in the UK. That's just like
I think Ian Brady was this country's greatest playwright.
Okay.
No, but it's always like probably like if you're from what I've seen from Morris dancing, like there's always they're always quite into it. You know what I mean? And there's definitely some sort of simmering sexual underlay involved. There's probably comes from a time where you weren't allowed to just fuck anyone, like you weren't allowed to fucking wasn't as kind of open as it is now. And the only way you could do that is by, the only way to kind of release that energy is to clank quite phallic wooden objects together with other dudes.
That was like olden time grinder, essentially, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
That was Morris Minor. Yeah, because no one could actually. We still believed in witches back in the day.
Then, exactly.
That's why when you see a Liberian who's still doing Morris
dancing,
a Liberian,
someone from Liberia.
No, a library person, a lady, a stepmom who reads books. When you see one of these Liberians. Liberian. Is it Liberian?
Librarian.
When you see a librarian do Morris dancing today, they still have to have that stern face of like,
this is serious.
Where essentially you are just peacocking. This is 15th century peacock. It's like, look at me, I'm dancing.
It's foreplay.
Yeah, this is a lap dance back in the 15th century.
Yes. It's considering like all the knocking and banging. It's like audio arousal. It's something for probably people who were deeply autistic during the 15th century, who just like that kind of audio stimulation. It's like one of those sensory gardens you get.
So right now you're calling them pedophiles, homosexuals, and autistic people. You throw them into the mix, they would be like the perfect.
Don't forget Liberians
and librarians
and Liberians.
Well. Yeah, librarians.
I'm not saying any of those things are synonymous. I'm not saying if you're an autist, you're also, a paedophile. I'm just saying there's some crossover. There's some crossover. In that beautiful dance of syndromes and sexual predilections, there is some, you might knock your wood together occasionally. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But I think
all the while you're wearing that.
I'm a Molly Morriser. What do you call it? A Molly Morris dancer. I'm actually a bit of a neo Morriser. That's what I'm called.
I don't know. I think you could. I think you can modernize Morris dancing, make it a little bit more.
It's very sexually neutral, isn't it? And I think it could be a lot more sexually aggressive. You know what I mean? Like maybe.
Well, you're saying that you should say in the Morris dance you should wear like thongs and stuff. So
yeah, why not? Yeah,
that'd be different.
Bells on the thongs,
bells on the dick. Maybe they've all got to have a Prince Albert to join, and they all got one of those thongs with the with like the like the pearl thongs. Have you seen them?
Yeah.
Like them, so it's like really rubbing up against them and like.
Tell me
in,
more.
in 20-degree heat in fucking Staffordshire. Like, rubbing their old Gucci's, rubbing up really good and proper. Actually,
Gooching sounds like a subset of Morris dancing.
after a while, you just see you see them drinking out, but you also see them bleeding from the arsehole. That's how you can make it more interesting. Add a bit more blood and gore to it, you know.
Well, you said
What's a pill thong? What's like a thong made out of pills?
Yeah, it's just like where the rope should be. It's just made out of pearls.
it's just pills, but this one's bells.
Yeah.
You're such a classy man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. To be honest, if you're gonna dress up like some sort of weird festive dog with a bell around your neck, you might as well like lean into the fact that it's a bit, the BDSM coded anyway. Something vaguely fetishistic about it, isn't
I
there?
agree though. You do have to sex it up.
Yeah,
It's
Maybe
the
a little
same
bit.
outfit for fucking what? 500 years, whatever it is.
Yeah, but anywhere from 15 to 500 years. Yeah.
in that broad span of time. I don't know if it was either invented in 1506 or 2006, one of the two.
I think they should do a collab with Hoodrich. I reckon they should start fucking like merging it together.
That's good.
You know, like get Morty in sort of urban male, like he was interested in like fucking knife violence and shit. Get him off the street into Morris dancing.
Yeah,
you know.
get him out of the parish council into the inner city.
Yeah. Well, Bob, the way around. Yeah, but yeah.
Would you replace the knives with sticks or sticks with knives?
The sticks are not a stick. You can't do that much.
Stick.
Well, you can't
Instead of
break
two
it.
sticks, it's butterfly knives. Ching,
Yeah.
ching,
Yeah.
ching.
A little West Side Story going on, like, you know?
Do you think? I mean, maybe there's a way of like tackling the sort of a manosphere by just sort of getting more kids into Morris dancing, getting more sort of young teens in.
Great in the Morris sphere.
Because actually, Morris dance, if you think about it, right, like being online is pretty boring for like 18 hours a day. But if you're a young lad in a Morris dancing gang, right, or mob, whatever you call it, you're out
Crew.
right? You're out
Morris crew. You don't mean Morris
you're
crew.
outdoors. You're getting a bit of exercise, right? You're drinking a bit of fucking booze. Great.
Yeah.
You're a young lad. It's
But you're
great.
also connecting with the
You're
community.
connecting with other males. I mean,
Yeah.
some may touch you, but that's fine. Whatever.
You may
okay?
get you may get molested by a Freemason, but that's the price you pay.
But you're socializing. You're getting out there. You're meeting other people. And maybe
You're off your phone.
Yeah.
Any sort of you could be stewarded, mentored by elders in your community in a perfectly platonic way.
I don't think it's not a bad idea, really.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
I like the idea though that like maybe like there is an overlap between like I like the idea that maybe Morris dancing was like the paedophile vigilante gangs of their time, but maybe it got removed from its context, like it got lost in history. So now we just do like we reenact the kind of the movements of it, but we don't really know the meaning. So whereas in the future maybe people will be skipping around, someone who's morbidly obese with learning difficulties, for example, with like holding little phone substitutes, like eat sheaves of corn or whatever, and they'll be dancing around it saying, why were you messaging that 16-year-old? Why were you messaging that 16-year-old? But they don't really know why they're doing it. In my head, that's
How close is Morris dancing to like that Jack Nicholson film, where he ends up in the fucking
Batman.
No, the one where they
About Schmidt.
the one where they put him
Terms of endearment.
the one where they burn him at the end, because he's like, look, he's hunting.
Well, the Wicker Man.
The Wicker Man.
Right.
Like,
Let
how
me
close
point
are
out
we?
something to you, Paul. Jack Nicholson was nowhere near that
Was it
film.
not? Not who am I thinking
Nowhere
of?
near it.
Yeah, it was Wesley Snipes, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't even think there was a film released during the same year as that. That's how far away he was from The Wicker Man.
Nicolas Cage is who I'm thinking of.
Okay,
Yeah, Nicolas Cage was in the remake.
Remake, yeah, a
He
remake,
was in the
yeah.
hilarious remake, but the original's great. How
That's
close
kind of
it-
Morrissey.
It's very Morrissey, yeah. Very Morris-ish, I believe the term is. Yeah, for sure. I think that's how you could sex up Morris dancing is have, end it with a human sacrifice.
Because
Bring it back. And maybe kill, mix it with the paedophile vigilante thing. It's that could be the climax of a little Morris dance. You torture some sort of I don't know, like a chartered accountant or something, and then at the end you string him up, and then maybe you lop his head off, and the whole
But is he a
community
nonce?
get drunk and go home. Yeah,
maybe if that's what we do,
we
that's
don't
how
know. We don't
bring-
know.
We bring back Morris
Sometimes there are
dancing
miscarriages
to kill
of
a
justice.
nonce.
Yeah, bring
That's
it.
how maybe we don't make it more sexy. We just make it more violent, like you
Yeah.
said.
To attract more people and young people in.
Yeah.
And when we
Gen
kill a
Zers. Yeah.
paedophile at the end of every Morris dance with the sticks. Boom.
I can't see anything wrong with that. I can't see anything wrong
I
with
mean,
that
neither
at
do
all.
I.
I mean, that's how you unite.
So by
Great Britain.
unanimous vote, we're passing. Bring Morris dancing back, as long as it's used to protect young children and
their families.
And their families. Another way you could sex up Morris dancing, MDMA.
Yeah, but
Add a bit
I
of
worry
MDMA.
that I worry if you gave, loads of Morris dances fucking MDMA, it would just Morris dancing.
It would be MDMA. Morris dancing, MDMA.
Okay, but yeah, it's. Cheers, man. Thank you for that.
Look, you're appealing. You're appealing to the illiterate football crowd. I'm appealing to the wordsmiths who love acronyms. They just love acronyms.
I just worry that if you gave a load of guys in their 60s or 50s MDMA, Morris dancing. I haven't seen much Morris dancing, but I imagine it's quite quaint and nice to see for like 20 minutes outside of like Dog and Duck car park in the Cotswolds. But if you gave those cunts fucking MDMA, 6 hours they'd be going at it. 6 hours. They'd be dancing until their fucking feet were bleeding, their arsehole bleeding. They'd be like,
I don't know why
many heart attacks. It would be fucking chaos.
I think, Paul, what's happening in the moment is Charlie started shitting blood and his personal life is bleeding into the podcast. And he's using this as a way to gauge, like, do I need to go to a GP? If we say, well, that's not okay, Charlie, for you to bleed through the arsehole.
Hey, I've been shitting blood for 25 years, man. So
yeah.
I
like the idea
I'm
of like,
still there.
Well, the idea of like them off their heads on MDMA and like smearing themselves with jam from the jam fair, because it's all like fate culture, isn't it?
Not a cake.
Tearing apart the prize cabbages, eating eating the show ready turnips.
It would go rogue very quickly, and they would start bleeding from the hands though. I think because they'd just be hitting the sticks. People like they gurn too long and they like their lips start cutting open. They just be hitting the sticks until their hands are all bloody, and it's like, what happened, Rodri? I don't know.
Or when they
some squash.
Or when they whack on the happy hardcore, they start like fucking air drumming along to it like that for like 13 hours straight. But that's what would be good is if because Morris dance is very much like get it fucking.
Is it for a god? What are they doing this for? Is it for like some sort of paganism or is it?
Don't know,
so
the research only goes so far, I think fun. I think they're doing it for fun.
I think it's for play. I think it's just for light sensory pleasure. That's what they do.
I think you're 100%. Then it's always been about sex. It's all about. I think
there is some sort of sexual component.
You're trying to find that girl that you like. She's gonna watch my bells.
I think it's basically the physical embodiment of like British sexual repression. Like it's so like just light touching, knocking against each other, jingle jangle jingle. But it's not like it's.
Why have you got to go so deep in? Why isn't just a lot of guys dancing with sticks?
Because there's never in
a rural place where there's fucking nothing to do. Why can't it just be that? Why is it be some sort of doing it for some sort of sexual reason?
Coming from the man who has ended half the sentences in this podcast with, and then they bleed from the arsehole, and who constantly talks about checking oil, fingers up arses. What about that? Come on, mate.
I'm just trying to steer away, man. I'm trying to make improvements.
I think you're annoyed is that we're making it sexual and you're not. You're not very much. You're not the arch. You're not the arch Morris dancer of sexual perversion.
I did one of my early gigs in like Bath or somewhere around there years ago. And to about 8 people in like a basement pub. And it was just sort of like May time and. It was a poorly attended gig of shit, and then halfway through the gig, I was just about to get on stage, and about 15 Morris dancers came downstairs with all their regalia on, and they watched me like this, and they just couldn't go on board with it. They just didn't understand it.
I love the.
I confused a bunch of Morris dancers. They were like, "What the fuck is it?"
I love that,
and they were Morris dancers.
The idea of someone with like different plumed feathers in their hair, who looked like some sort of weird. Exotic bird crossed with an undertaker, dressed head to toe in bells, like a Herefordshire cow, is looking at you and looking down on you,
Yeah, it was,
thinking
it was
you're a
mad.
weirdo.
It was making me laugh because I was like, I can't believe this.
What did you open with though?
Fuck,
Were you
God
banging
knows.
your belly with the mic?
Probably. I can't remember what the fuck I was doing. It was early day Webster, so it wasn't really
It's
comedy.
fairly
it was just like art.
avant-garde.
Yeah, it was just performance art.
But still, they were looking down on you. Yeah,
Yeah, they were.
considering what
It
they
was
get
strange.
up to.
It made me laugh because it was just all these confused Morris dancers.
Where's his bells? Why
Yeah.
hasn't he got a stick?
Why is he talking to a microphone about his feelings?
He needs a hat. Put a
What?
hat on.
Why isn't he expressing himself through woodwind?
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, it's fairly. It's
If you lived somewhere, like, say you were banished to live in like the Cotswolds or somewhere like Devon or Cornwall,
yeah,
and there was fuck all to do down there because there is a lot of time nothing to do down there, would you become a Morris dancer?
get drawn into the Morris world. Yeah, probably.
No, I'd become a gimp first.
Gimp.
Yeah.
You'd rather be a gimp.
There can't be many gimps down there.
Yeah, but at least with
A
the
rural
gimp you could
gimp.
run around, you know. Don't have to.
You could run around.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, what do you think? Gimps are just out and proud? You know,
We've-
I mean,
we've
some are.
We've looked at, I'm sure there was like the Devonshire gimp or something. We've looked at gimps before. I'd rather be running around in a gimp suit than dancing around with my mates with their sticks. Ah, you're all right.
You'd rather be solo. I suppose it's
Solo gimping.
Yeah, solo gimping.
I think I'm more of a solo gimp than a communal Morris dancer. That's all I'm saying. Maybe I'm wrong.
Wow.
I
Never
don't want to be right.
truer word spoken. Right, Paul. Should we move on to the next section? I think that's Morris dancers covered pretty much from top to toe. You got anything? Oh, we were going to talk about handkerchiefs. Because they wave hankies around, and we were talking about the scarcity of
Yeah.
hankies these days. Nobody really has a. I don't see anyone with a hanky anymore. But it's just a weird idea, a hanky. The idea that you would blow your own bodily effluence into a little, I don't know, what would you call it? Like a little
Scrap of material.
little scrap of material, and then like sometimes
Tablecloth. A small
a
tablecloth.
small tablecloth that sometimes is monogrammed with your own initials is bought for you like by a relative who probably doesn't know that much about you, and then you fold that up and go, "Yep, just pop that in the pocket, and I'll keep that for
It's
later."
almost like they're like made for clues in Cluedo, aren't they? Ooh, I found a handkerchief with a monogram in. It's like
Yeah.
that's what they were invented for.
Oh, what's inside? I believe it's sperm.
That's a thick flow. It can't be grandpa's.
Thick flow.
Yeah, you don't get many of them anymore, do you? You don't get many
No.
handkerchiefs anymore.
But I think it's, you know, it's a class thing, man. Who can afford a handkerchief? Did your grandparents have handkerchiefs?
I think it is a cloth. I think it's
Probably-
expensive to have a bit of
probably.
You can afford
material.
a handkerchief when
It's a bit of material, Paul. Do you know what a handkerchief is?
Yeah, but you know what bog roll is, though.
I'll be honest, Paul.
That's free.
When I was rifling through my granddad's pockets, I wasn't looking for a handkerchief. I can tell you that for nothing. I was looking for his pension book. Yeah. So hankies are not a thing anymore. Huh? What about that? Anyway, let's move on. Paul, your subject.
My subject is King Colis, which
He was
I didn't know
was he a
what
jazz
the fuck
musician?
it was.
Sounds like a jazz musician.
I didn't know what. I found out about King Colis when me and my brother went to a shopping centre in Bristol about a month ago.
Family day out, was it?
Yeah,
To the shopping centre. Remember, Paul, you're not allowed in any of these. So let's stare through the window. One day you might be able to afford a Peter Andre almanac.
we went to Cabot Circus, and you can peer down and watch everyone, which was really nice. And in the centre, there was loads of people, massive queue, and they were waiting to go into this little square thing where people were just handing out packages. And it turned out it was this King Colis thing, which is
Is that just a company name?
it's
and
just
so-
in the company name,
Okay.
yeah. And what they do is they go around Europe and they sell lost packages and like stuff that no one's picked up. So say you've
Amazon packages. hopefully.
yeah, that have just like we tried to return it 5 times. We sent you letters. You've decided not to pick up your package.
Like an unwanted soda stream.
Yeah.
Something.
So they claim we recover the lost packages from e-commerce and offer them at varying attractive prices on our website or in our pop-up stores. Thing is, though,
Varying attractive prices. What does that even mean?
so they sell them on
Do you know what an
weight.
attractive price for this this Rolex would be to me? 50p. That'd be quite an attractive price.
I reckon they know what's in them though.
Well, this is the thing.
There's no way there's no way they're throwing a Rolex for you for like £1, are they? You know.
Well, the people queuing up, because we were watching it, we were like, "What the fuck is this?" It looked like a tombola, you know, because you would buy it, and it depends on its weight. So the heavier it is, the more you pay it. But you don't know what the fuck that is going to be. So it's
Be
people.
so
who have-
disappointed if you pay £100 for a cast iron doorstop.
Well, this is the thing. A lot of it was just like office equipment. I saw some people getting pencil cases. One person had a pillow. One was just like a stand for your laptop, lights, and you're just like, it just made me think about like this business is going out throughout Europe. Like it's doing well enough to be in all the major cities. Okay, and people were queuing up for what seemed like a good half an hour just to gamble on something, a present. Like
So is it like
Even
poorer
though-
people go to these things?
I'd never seen it before. This is the first time I saw it. It was like a month ago.
I've seen it. At
And it was like,
I've seen it at a boot sale before. I've seen people just selling shit at the boot sale, and it's all like, oh, you don't know what it is.
Really?
It's like a mystery package.
A mystery package,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
but it was just weird that you were in a shopping center, which you had clearly gone to buy things that you can see. Like the whole point of buying something is go, oh yeah, I've researched this. I actually need this. These people have decided on this Saturday, fuck it, I'm gonna wait in line for 30 minutes and then buy some random shit that I might need or probably won't.
You're
you
like
know.
someone trying to get a. Imagine trying to get a. You're broke. You know, you've lost all your money on the horses, and you're just there. And you get this mystery package, and you just watch your son open it. Oh, there you go, son. It's a lamp for seasonal affective disorder. Happy Christmas.
Here's some air freshener tablets, but you don't actually have the air freshener.
do you know what?
It's like,
I would consider going there for Christmas, doing Christmas shopping there, and just getting
Oh, you would
a whole
absolutely.
still shite for people I didn't really like.
Yeah, it's fun for like.
Why are you buying presents for people you don't like?
Well,
Doesn't make any sense.
well, it's not people I don't like. It's just people I have to. You know, society has pushed me to buy presents for, like my family and stuff.
Oh, right, okay. How quickly that has switched. People I don't like, my family, my nearest and dearest. The people who raised me, those cunts.
I want to retract that. I do like my family.
Who do you have to buy a present for at Christmas? Who's the person you least enjoy buying a present for?
That you're prepared to admit on
I
a
can't.
public
I
podcast.
have a very small family, so you know.
So let's just say dad. It's dad, isn't it?
I just can't be asked to buy presents for my dad because he just doesn't respond well to anything like that. So
Yeah, so
what's the
fuck him. Get him back.
So I might as well buy that shit that they're selling.
Yeah.
Any old crap, basically.
Just gamble it away. I think it's quite a fun game to play at Christmas. I did it this year. I bought a load of books and then I just scattered them on the table and said, right, pick a book somewhere.
Wow.
Welcome to Paul's bookshop. I don't have much money.
Did you wrap them?
Nope. Just poured them out of the bag.
Your 5-year-old nephew getting War and Peace, and you're now getting a pamphlet on sexual health. Merry Christmas.
You could have gone to one of those urban bookshelves, in really quaint, wanky areas. You get like people put books out for other people to enjoy. Have you ever seen that?
Like in a post box.
Yeah, they're like, I've enjoyed this. I want to pass it on to someone else. Oh, fuck off.
This says more about you than anybody else. These people who want to better themselves. Oh, I want to share this knowledge with someone else. You fucking assholes.
I just think it's a bit. I don't know. It's just a bit fucking try hard, isn't it? Like, just
there is a bit.
You've enjoyed your book, now put it in the bin.
Burn the fucking thing.
Yeah,
Come
put it on a fucking fire. It's a fucking fuel is expensive now.
He's turning into his father.
Yeah, I know.
You injected in the knowledge, now fucking burn it.
I've read Kevin Keegan's autobiography. In the fire with it.
Don't pass it on to anyone. No one gives a fuck about Kevin Keegan anymore.
In your world, I know those are the only books, Peter Kay's setting autobiography. Not interested.
There is a weird thing about like middle class people though trying to like give shit away.
Mm.
Like where I live in Bristol, there's a lot of people putting out like free to a good home, and it's just like DVDs, books, a baby chair, and you're just like, that's littering.
But it's
You
true.
are fly tipping.
It is kind of.
It always gets picked up, doesn't it? Always gets picked up.
Not always. Not
No.
like the baby spoon or whatever. Sometimes there's like
Sorry?
shit. A lot of like new
You know,
new
the baby
parents.
spoon. You know, the baby spoon that all babies get given when they're born by the government, the baby spoon. That lovely ornate spoon you get.
That's tied to your birth certificate.
Baby spoon. It's normally made out of silver, solid silver.
You
The
know
baby
they say you're
spoon.
born with a silver spoon in your mouth. That's a literal thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the baby spoon.
The surgeon who gives birth just goes, "There's your spoon." Ooh.
Your
Go on, Paul.
name inscribed on there.
You know, like when
I lost my baby spoon, sadly. I'd like to find it somewhere. If anyone at home's listening,
cutlery, whenever there's like cutlery, that's always there for
Give
fucking
out. I've
months.
never seen that. But people put out old cutlery. They don't
People
want.
put out any old shit out
Really?
because they're
that is
just like
true. You might
they-
get like a spoon set or something. You know,
I've seen people put out
from
furniture.
baby to teenager, all the way to the big daddy spoon you get.
I've seen
The
people.
worst is when you get the divorce spoon. You know, when you get divorced, you get the divorce spoon. That's a real sad spoon. That is.
I've seen people put out furniture and stuff, but I've never seen.
it gets
cutlery.
bad, man. Because people instead of taking it to charity shop,
Gets real bad. They get put out NutriBullets, all sorts.
because like it's always people putting out stuff who live in streets where it's like your houses cost $500,000 and stuff. You know, like you got nice stuff. There's Teslas and fucking Range Rovers. Your neighbors don't want your old copy of Spider-Man 2, you know, on DVD. Like,
I imagine.
You're not interested in Hot Tub Time Machine.
no.
I imagine they don't want Trunks 2 even trunkier. You know. I think they assume that vagrants walk around late at night just looking for stuff, which they do a lot of the time. So they imagine
That is
in
the
their
vagrant way.
minds, they'd be like, "Oh, you get some guy. Oh, yeah, fucking love spoon. I'll tell you that. Oh,
Well, the thing is,
bloody
a vagrant would find a lot of use for a baby spoon because he just
Yeah.
fucking cook heroin on it.
Yeah. So I reckon they think, oh, just vagrants wander the streets, but they're right to think because they do.
What it is, I think what you said, Paul. I think basically what it is masturbation for a morally guilty middle class. You know that
It
they,
kind of is,
they
actually,
kind
yeah.
of give away their stuff. It makes them feel better about themselves. The fact that they're loaded, they have loads of pointless rubbish. They've got like a fucking, you know, an ornate bureau. Like who has a fucking bureau nowadays? You know what I mean? Where you open it up and most people got
Write a
fucking
letter.
laptops and shit. Yeah, who's writing letters anymore? Nobody.
Mm.
So they just give that shit away, like you said. Oh, they'll find the great and washed will find some use for it somehow, you know. But it's a way to discharge kind of white middle class guilt, I think. That's why I'm going with. I'm no cultural theorist.
Is that where you pick up most of your clothes in, is it?
Where do you think I got this lovely shrug from? You know, some old burlesque dancer who Sally danced her last dance and fell down the stairs.
Of an ornate Georgian home.
of a Nate George at home. She was giving away, you know, a parrot, her eye patch, and her feather shrug, and I had it. Thank you.
But yeah, King Colis is sort of. I was just amazed at how many people would wait 30 minutes just to possibly have. You're guaranteed to have a shit present. And it was like the worst roller coaster. It was a sad roller coaster. You wait 30 minutes, you pay your money, and then you're like, oh, what's the exciting? This could be something. Oh, it's a triple XL t-shirt. Brilliant. You know?
Yeah.
But
I mean,
people, the idea of people just want that thrill of, it could be something.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
this is a surprise.
It's a gambling though, isn't it? So that, I mean, you're basically, what you're saying is you're surprised that people enjoy gambling because that's what it is.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I was surprised at like how long the queue was, and everyone could see you. You could
Times
watch
are hard,
other
mate.
people
Times are
open
hard.
it first. I'd be like,
And
oh
be
yeah, all of this
disappointed.
is shit.
Yeah.
That's clearly an ironing board. You know.
Did anyone get anything good?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's the scam.
It wasn't the
You
occasional.
never get anything
It
good.
wasn't every 200 was a guy with a fucking Rolex one go, yeah.
And there was no
Yeah.
one even pretending that was happening.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like the whole thrill is you get a surprise.
Yeah, we're gonna get an ironing board without legs.
That's what it's like the very end of capitalism, where people are like, I don't even need
Well,
choice. I just need the sensation of I bought something. This is something I don't need.
What it is, it's yeah. I mean, it's essentially what they are. They're sort of relief parcels for people who have already got everything.
Or nothing.
Really?
Or like the most boring people. They're either for
Yeah.
people who have got everything, or they're for people who have nothing and have no imagination at all. It's not like, oh, I've got a tenner, I should go to that and buy that record I really like, or buy that film, or do something that I like. It's like, I've got a tenner, what should I do with this? King Colis says I should gamble on his bed of shit.
Yeah. Can you
And
imagine
people
though
just
King
like,
Colis
yeah.
started doing relief parcels in Africa, and so again these helicopters like this Chinook just sound, and all the village come out and they go, thank God, finally we've got the much needed food we want. And then they just they get handed out and then they unwrap it and they just go, oh, Molly and me.
Oh, a doorstop. What is a door? You know?
Oh, a Sky remote. Lovely. I haven't got Sky.
Yeah. Oh, thank the heavens, a broken lava lamp.
Oh, back to the accents again.
Yeah,
now,
we're
you
back
mean?
at the accents, mate. We're back at the
Oh,
accents. I
dear.
tried to not do it, but it just erupted out of me.
You know,
It's
like you're a bigot, isn't it? That's what it is. It's like that's
of the three of the people sat here, who would you guess would be? I'd be the least likely, but I'm probably the worst one. You're probably right.
yeah.
Well, there we
judge a
go.
book.
Is that King Colis? All
I
done?
think so. I think that'll do, isn't it?
Yeah.
That'll do.
That'll do. I'll be honest. He did
That was
good.
very much a
I did
King
alright.
Colis of an item. That was like I felt like we unwrapped it and we were all disappointed with what we
I'll
received.
be honest. I said I was going to do it, and then I found out it's not even a British company. I was like, fuck it. But fair play to King Colis. He's taken chicken shit.
Do you think
and
he's a
turned
real
it
man?
into chicken
Do you think
salad.
he's an actual king, sat on a throne of tat?
I think it's some like Brazilian or Mexican guy, or Spanish probably. Yeah,
Some king.
Yeah. I have.
Because he gets a load of influencers to like say, "Oh yeah, I'm here in Bristol. You should come down."
I'm with the king himself,
Yeah.
and I've been granted an audience with the king. Here you go. Here's a copy of The Matrix Reloaded. It is all for you, my subjects. That's great.
Jamie Oliver's first ever cookbook, like.
Oh well, there we go. That was fantastic.
Experience.
Guys, if King Colis want to fucking sponsor us,
Oh, fuck,
we'll
alright.
take your money or your disappointing food parcels. Okay. Finally, I'm going to talk about Michelle Mone. Who is Michelle Mone? Thanks for asking, Charlie. So she is a Scottish entrepreneur, come conservative life peer. That's not a conservative
I
life
thought it
peer.
was like.
She became a baroness in 2015. Sat in the House of Lords, although not currently because of the following reasons. So basically, she was involved in a PPE scandal back in the pandemic. She set up a company with her husband in May 2020, early during the COVID times. And she was fast tracked. So the government sort of saw there were a lot of businesses applying for PPE contracts at the time, and she was put in the fast track lane to get awarded one of these contracts. And she was given £200 million of taxpayer money to supply PPE, mainly masks and surgical gowns, to the NHS. And they supplied 25 million surgical gowns, which the High Court ruled were not properly sterile and were unfit for NHS use. Now she claimed that she didn't profit from the PP money at first, but it found out that they were actually operating through a tax haven in the Isle of Man, and they were she was pocketing taxpayer money.
How
to
much
the
did she
tune of
make?
millions. They made 122 million, which they've been ordered to repay by the government. And they haven't yet, but the company is now entered administration. It's been liquidated, and they still own. I think they owe about 148 million to the government. And she stepped down as a baroness because first off, it's the classic kind of scandal route. In that, first off, she went, "I wasn't involved," and then she was like, "Absolutely nothing to do with it," and then went, "Oh, actually, I was involved, but I wasn't involved in the way people portrayed me." So now she's claimed like it's a again, classic, lying cunt, get out of jail free card is like, oh, I wasn't like, I was completely transparent about my dealings from the start. Everybody knew what was involved, but the truth is, at the start, she claimed the opposite.
She was a lord, right?
Yeah, she was a lord.
to
She became a
begin with.
baroness, and now she's done the brave and noble thing of stepping down from her peerage, in order to clear her name.
So she became a successful business lady by selling
Well,
bras, right?
she specialised
That's
in
how she made
lingerie,
loads.
and that's
She was a funk merchant, wasn't she?
she was a
Initially, she was a funk merchant
was a funk- yeah.
originally. She made her money in filth.
yeah. And then she basically, and what I was annoyed by is like, why wasn't the PP more sexy? Why didn't they make it more like lingerie? You know,
Maybe
like,
they did.
like an
and
antiviral thong. You know what I mean? Or
Couple of pearls.
yeah,
on-
yeah. Surgical mask that changes into a bra and a panty and bra set.
maybe they did do that, and that's why it was
It
not
was
fit
unfit
for
for
purpose.
NHS use.
These are edible masks.
Yeah,
Mm.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. Or maybe an apron with like an optional sex flap that you pull up. Yeah, easy access sex flap. But yeah, like so. Yeah, that's what she claimed, and yeah, I mean, obviously
She was Scottish as well, wasn't she?
she was Scottish, and she's kind of got a real liar's accent. She kind of talks like that. It's very sanitized, and of course, my mental health has suffered. Again, another classic thing they say to kind of. They say it's a witch hunt, and they say a mental health. I've only I sleep about an hour a night. Oh yeah, what is that on the yacht you have called the Lady M, which people tried to rebrand. They tried to rebrand a yacht, the pandemic profiteer. They tried to rename it, but yeah, I think they should just we should all hijack that yacht and sail it up the Thames and give it into give it into HMRC. That's what they should rename it to.
I think they should not do that. I think they should do.
Whatever you just said, I don't think they should do.
I think they should do like a timeshare type scheme, right?
That's great.
So everyone is allowed a day or two on that yacht in fucking London or wherever they moor it up, right? And they get to fucking use a nice kitchen, have a little fucking holiday on there, watch a bit of TV, use a minibar, because the fucking public will pay for that.
Yeah, that's our boat.
That's our fucking
That's
boat.
all of our boats. That's our yacht.
So they do a fucking national tour of it. They go to London. They go to fucking Hull. They go to Redcar. They go to fucking.
They go to Grimsby.
Grimsby. They go to
Every
all,
shit town,
and some of those guys get allowed to use it, or if not all of them are allowed to use it for at least 10 minutes,
Yeah.
right? And
Are you going to Bonnie Blue this yacht?
well,
Is
why
that what
not?
you're saying?
We own the yacht, Paul. It's our yacht. It's not her yacht.
It's the people's yacht.
It's the people's yacht.
Hey,
All right. By the
It
time
is
we
the
get to
people's
use it, it'll be fucking absolutely trashed.
Yeah.
But I don't give a fuck at that point because
At
it's
the
my
bottom
yacht.
of the ocean, bro.
Yeah.
We'll have to scuba
And I
dive
want to be
down
at the.
there.
I want to use the yacht. I don't care about being on the yacht that much, but what I would like at the end for me to go on the yacht and just fucking blow it up and load of shit on there.
Yeah, we scuttle it.
Yeah, we just fucking
Scuttle the
destroy
yacht on the
it at the end.
rocks.
Just set it on fire at the
So
end.
you know what? And you know what,
I'm in
Michelle?
charge, just
Yeah.
pouring diesel over it and just going. "Oi!"
Yeah. And you know what, Michelle? That yacht is only worth 10 million. Get us another yacht because you've got 122 million in your own coffers. So yeah, get us another yacht. We'll do another tour. Do another world cruise.
Yeah.
I wanna do what they did in Game of Thrones with Cersei. You know, when they shame. You know, she has to walk through the streets naked. Everyone's throwing tomatoes at her, and we're just all going shame.
In an antiviral bra and thong
shame.
panty set.
I hate
What really fucks me off about this sort of stuff is people like that, and sadly, these people are infiltrating quite important positions. Is people like her, and other businessmen and also politicians who treat things like the NHS and the government as like a fruit machine. That they can just basically pull a lever and just go, we'll get, this is
not
this
even
is
a
our,
fruit machine. They've got the key to the fruit machine.
Yeah.
Just
That's an
fucking
ATM basically.
rob
They're just putting
us.
money in and they're just getting awarded these government. They go, yeah, great, this is £100 million, and I can't work out whether they're genuinely incompetent or they're just rich retards. It's hard to tell, what they are. Are they just
For the
fucking?
government.
Are they just, no? These businessmen, are they just like
Well, they aren't
thick and
retards, are they?
incompetent, or do they know what they're doing? Do they know at the start? Oh, I'm pocketing that cash.
They're fucking evil
This
bastards.
is ours. Yeah.
They're fucking
And
criminals.
that's what and they don't see let's face it, the truth of the matter is in a few years' time, Nigel Farage is going to be Prime Minister. I'm 95% certain that's gonna happen. We're gonna
Yeah, and some of us are looking forward to it.
yeah, yeah, sure. Some members of the couch who, definitely look like reform voters are definitely gonna give him the okay to get him. But the truth is they don't treat the office of government the way it should be treated. They treat it like a Monte Cristo cigar or like an ornamental handgun in a glass case. That's just one of the, it's like an accessory.
Too right, man. Too right.
It's just, no, it is. It's true, though. Yeah, I know you're joking about it, but I know you get annoyed by this shit as well.
No, I do.
It's just we live in a nation of con men, of like working class charlatans who basically, they're just dipping their hands in our pockets.
Because what happens?
and,
she
you
gets
know-
away. She's not in
Of
prison,
course
is
she
it?
does. She doesn't get jail time for it. Of course she's not.
She's just
She knows
told-
too many important people to get jail time for it.
So she just has to hand the money back, right?
But she has none.
If she hasn't done,
Well,
they're
she hasn't done, so
going
she
to
just
liquidate the
has.
company. So where are they going to get that money from?
So that it's all
They've
in the tax
frozen
haven.
Yeah, they've frozen some of the assets, but that money is squirreled away. Trust me, she's not.
It's the same with the
She's
fucking.
not cute. She's not going to be in fucking Home Bargains next week, or King Colis, queuing up to get, getting up and get. Oh, please be a yacht. Please be a yacht.
No, it's some PPE. That doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly.
But
And it really
this
fucks
is
me
the shit
off.
thing. It's the same thing when we looked at Captain Tom's family and how they just mugged everyone off.
Yeah, they really. Yeah, these
It's-
people. But I think these people feel like they're somehow. I don't know. They're entitled to that money because they put it. I don't know. Do they think they've done a hard day's work? Because Michelle Mone said she was just like a go-between. Like when it all came out on the wash, she was like, "I was merely a facilitator. I just hooked people up." It's like, was that a job? You just phoned someone else and recommended them to someone else. You're just a middlewoman.
Yeah.
Is that a job? Is that a hard day's work? Is that worth £100 million? No.
Yeah, this thing, we got to bring back the guillotine a little bit, don't we? And
think
chop
we
some
do.
cunts' heads off.
Or
Just be like,
force her to become a Morris dancer for the rest of her life.
yeah,
Yeah.
Just force her into it.
dance,
Dance.
Like a
Oh.
jester, like a professional jester
Yeah.
for our benefit. But no, I mean, that's
'cause they
but
don't care.
this is the problem, and this goes to show in politics, right? You got all these political pundits who, they get into the weeds of like, well, actually, the trend now is liberals are going to vote more this way, and working class people, they tend to vote for these issues. No, it's actually, we're a lot more superficial than that. Is that we look at someone and go, have they got good hair? Yes, they have my vote. And these people are fairly well-to-do and they're fairly made up. And the truth of the matter is, these people are just, they're white and they're clean. They're well washed.
But they're dirty as fuck.
Yeah, obviously they're dirty, but morally. But we look at them and go, they're white and they're clean. Great, they get my vote. Whereas if you just said like,
You saying that
someone-
Farage is
so-
white and
so-
clean?
pretty much, he's
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 pickling,
well
though,
turned
that
out.
boy
He's
is
someone you can,
pickling.
you
He's
imagine
getting yellow.
going towards it. I imagine he smells like cedarwood.
Cedar wood.
Yeah, it's like imagine he
Cedar wood,
smells
you
like an
mean.
alpine
Cedar
glade.
wood.
He's got a
You mean-
good.
You mean cedar wood, yeah?
Are you picking me up on? Well, you're
Yeah,
betraying your
yeah.
class. You're betraying the fact that you're fucking middle class
Well,
Surrey cunt right there. You mean cedarwood, my good man?
Yeah, but it's like the thing that most people would. Even
It's
this
to-
guy knows, like, we fucking cedar wood.
It's not tobacco. It's tobacco. My house stinks of it.
This is the real reason why this rich bitch can get away with 120
yeah,
mil, because
exactly.
we'll just take the piss out of each other.
Exactly.
Well,
Well,
she's
that's
going
the real
round.
point of it.
Yeah, actually, this
We're
guy
talking-
over here's gone to bat for it. Just go, yeah, Nigel's voting in. It's a fucking good thing. What's Michelle really done? She's a good girl. She's just trying to give fongs to nurses.
She's small.
What's the problem with that?
She smiled at me once.
Yeah.
Leave her alone. She's a good girl.
She smiled at me when
No,
I
I
was down
just-
the yacht club with my old man drinking fucking sherry and toasting the Queen.
I just because you take the piss out of everyone for any minor mistake. I just had to get in there. That's what I had to say.
Oh, all right, okay.
That's
Sorry.
the reason.
I thought you were talking about Michelle Mone again. She made a minor mistake. She lost a couple of pounds. We've all done it.
But look, I hate her. I
It's not. I wouldn't even say it's hate. What's annoying is the hypocrisy and like you put if you were to like show someone who just someone who's wearing a hijab and has brown skin and you just go, oh, they nick like 500. They got, say even they are benefits cheats, they get 500 quid a month. It's a drop in the ocean compared to 100 million. It's like it's a lot of money.
I
That fucks me off.
hate her, and I hate her ilk, which is all these career politicians and all the lads who are the bankers, all the financial criminals who are destroying the world, all the inequality. I hate it all, but at the same time, I can't blame her because clearly she could get away with it. She's probably surrounded. All the people in the laws are probably criminals. They're all doing back deals and shady business. So she was just like, well,
Well, that's
yeah,
it. She's
I'll
a
fucking
figurehead
do it.
for all that behavior,
Yeah.
but it's all going on, isn't it? It's a figurehead.
Like the
for
fact
all
that we have
behaviour.
the House of Lords is so fucking weird.
It's disgusting.
You're just
yeah.
rich people who we've went, oh yeah, you've got enough money, we'll let you make some laws.
And maybe, do you
have
know
other-"
what? Maybe at the heart of it, what really annoys me is I know I could do that.
Yeah.
I know I'd be quite a good con man. I know, like, I could trick someone into my confidence, but I just don't because I don't know what it is. It's either morals or laziness. I can't quite figure out which one.
I think it's a mix.
Yeah,
Probably heady mix.
morally lazy person. I sit around.
You're not morally lazy.
I'm moral and lazy.
Moral and lazy,
Yeah.
but you're not morally lazy. They're morally lazy.
Yeah, right?
They need to tighten up their fucking morals. They do.
Tighten up your morals,
Yeah,
guys, at home. Yeah.
I really enjoyed being on this political podcast the last 10, 15 minutes. It's been great.
Well, you know.
What about the Lords? The House of Lords is a weird thing. Like, does any other country have that? Just like loads of rich
I'm
people?
sure there's
Probably.
a kind of a judicial kind of body that
But
sits
not as
above.
open. Like ours is so open. Like every other, there's money in
You got
politics
Congress and
everywhere,
the House
right?
of Representatives in America. Even Congress is still an elected body, isn't it?
Are they mainly made up of politicians though, or are they? Because the House of Lords are just business cunts, right?
Well, they're just people. Yeah, they're people. Yeah, you just get that.
It's
You
Alan
just get the
Sugar.
peerage list at the end of the year, and basically, if a PM leaves office, they just get to nominate a list of peers, and most of the time they're pretty controversial figures. Yeah, they just hand them out. They just dole them out. So usually business people and rich people and their mates.
And because they're all wealthy.
Yeah, of
whenever it
course.
comes to, hey, should we increase taxes? It's like, not on us.
Yeah, no thanks.
Not on us.
Yeah.
Wearing their stupid wigs. Do they wear wigs?
Yeah, they got to wear wigs, I think, and big ruffs, big ruffs, and yeah.
Bring back Guy Fawkes.
Bring him back. Where's he gone? Actually, did he go underground? I think he got
Well, he
cancelled, didn't he?
works home bargains, doesn't he? In like
Yeah.
Staffordshire or something.
I might call my kids Guy.
You got
Guy.
He got cancelled, and now he's advertising student accommodation on TikTok. I think. Anyway, I think we've yacked on long enough. Thanks everybody for listening to this episode of Union of Scum. I've been Darren Coles. I've been joined by Paul Hilleard and Charlie Webster.
Goodbye now.
Good evening, everyone.
Come watch me at Edinburgh. Come watch me at Edinburgh.
Nice
Go
little. No,
Yeah,
like
go
that.
watch Paul as
Go watch my show.
He's just gonna be on holiday there. Just go and watch him.
3rd of
He'll
August.
be eating a
The
panini.
31st of August, Monkey
He'll be
Barrel.
buying shoes. Just go watch him. He likes to be watched.
10:40 to 11:40 every day. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.